channel. We got Tim here, the greatest neighbor ever.
Thank you so very kindly, and the feelings are mutual, of course.
Of course.
It's the way it works. Love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor.
I always keep a lookout.
That's right. Tim is one of the greatest neighbors. It takes a village, you know. So
Yes, it does.
Tim, one of the greatest things I say about Tim when my foot was messed up, Tim took care of everything for me. My trash and just everything. And I wasn't asked. It was just a good person that was raised right.
Goes without saying,
Yeah.
it's structure. Everything starts with structure.
Yeah, that's true.
It's how you're brought up, and you keep that structure, and it's always. See, there's a lot of things in the back of my mind that I would like to bring forward, but there's a time and a place, you know. And there's certain people that I will discuss it with, certain people that I will not, because it's a trust thing.
Well, I trust
Thank you for the compliment, though, Kev.
Yeah, you're a good guy, Tim. I mean, that's no bullshit.
You and Dawn is best neighbors ever.
Yeah, Bubby's a good girl.
Of course she is. She
Bubby
deals with you. She
puts up with me.
She must be I. How do you spell I? My
I.
son told me it was different. I. He spelled it different.
A-Y-E? You mean that I?
We all come through the same I. It's I.
Right.
It smells good. It didn't even come over here yet, but
Yeah, that's funny. So, Tim,
yes.
I have a lot of interesting topics that I would like to bring up with you, but I think in a way, some of the greatest things we do with each other is we vent. You know what I mean? We pour out what we need to pour out.
And it's truth.
It is
It's
truth,
no bullshit.
but it's
Pour out.
also, some of it is shit. You know what I mean? Just like we have to shit to get rid of the stuff in our body that's no good for us.
Toxins.
It is toxins. Sometimes when we talk, we're allowing toxins in our brain that may rattle around and may do things to hurt us. And getting them out is some of the greatest things we do. We have perch time. Me and Tim kid around, or we go out front. We sit on the porch and we just talk about the day. Sometimes it's 4 or 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 4 or 5 hours. Everybody needs someone to vent, to bounce ideas off, to sound crazy, and also to be a friend to just listen to us. Sometimes go crazy and say, you know what I mean? I'll talk about my job to Tim, and I know Tim doesn't really know what's going on at my job, but he listens to me, and I need that. So Tim has a challenging story in his own right, and Tim handles it every day, and I know I'm huge on getting through the day, and Tim has some tricks and tips to get through the day for himself. And I hope that as we get to know Tim through the channel, that we will see
And I am more than welcome.
and we'll see the beauty in people, all different types of people. We all suffer. We all beat ourselves up. None of us are perfect.
From the inside out, we beat ourselves up.
Yeah.
And we need. It's like Kevin said. I've been listening this whole time. It's his stage time, and to go back what Kevin had said, we need a ventilation. We need an outlet, and that's where. When you're trapped inside your own self, there's no scarier feeling inside your own head than not being able to find a way out. And there's people that don't understand and take advantage of it. That's all.
Yeah, people do take advantage of us, Tim.
No, I mean take advantage of having the open thing that we have, that we could talk to each other about this or
Just about
that.
anything, right? I don't think there's anything really off
Hey,
limits.
it's stage time. Hey,
It is.
you got the stage right now. You know, I'll take your 15 minutes. I'll sit here and listen, and I'll take mental notes, and it's brain exercises. Is what'll dig yourself if you're in a hole, a mental hole, which is scary. You know, I felt I was harmful to people. I felt I was this. I felt I was that.
You mean by words when you say you were harmful to people? To your words or to your actions?
Just what was in my head.
Thoughts?
Just my thoughts. Nothing that I have ever acted on.
Right.
I would never put no one in danger. But when I find myself saying, I'm going to do something that I would not normally do, that's when you need your, there's got to be something to keep your mind off it. And it's scary. You've been there, Kevin.
Yeah, I use
when your
scripts.
mind races and races and races, and
Right.
and
Sometimes I try and force myself into an exit ramp, Tim, when my mind races.
and what do you mean by exit ramp? I would love to hear this.
I sometimes will.
Excuse me.
No problem. If my mind really starts racing to the point that it's out of my control a little bit, I have a couple memories from my parents
Okay.
that I kind of flash back to.
Close your eyes. Deep
I
breaths.
don't even have to
It's
close
always
my
the
eyes,
deep
but
breaths.
I don't see what's going on.
I go outside.
Always deep breaths.
Always.
There's always some deep breaths involved.
Of course.
But also, I find a joyous memory.
Yes.
And the
and
joy
put yourself
that,
in that place.
Yeah, I take my back to the joyous memories of my mom and Christmas morning.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I take stuff from the way my mom used to get joy on Christmas morning,
Absolutely.
and I take myself there. And even though I fight with myself that no, I'm not ready to go there, that's what I use.
Say that's a question that I sort of have. Fighting with yourself, what you had just said. Is that inside of everybody or just me? So I fight with myself.
So here you
all
go,
the
Tim.
time.
Ready?
That's a question.
That is a question, but I don't give a fuck. If it's inside of me,
I don't either.
it's like saying when you go outside, if you're
I'll
cold,
go find something else to do.
right? But it's in
Right.
it's something.
It's engraved in all of us.
I think
honestly.
it's ingrained in all of us.
I think it is.
You know,
But I might be wrong.
well, so what? We may be wrong about a lot of things.
The point
but
is, when you know that your own self is unraveling,
Mhm.
you ain't supposed to be able to do that.
You can't do
Come on,
that
man.
shit on
Yeah,
TV.
who can't?
Do it again for me, Tim. How did you do it? You rub your head and
Pat your stomach, rub your head, something like that. You're not. That's I guess you're not supposed to be able to do.
That's awesome.
Do can't. And no, it's just to me, you know what? It's going to be really weird for me to say this, and as weird as it sounds, one of the tools that helped me, and I still do. I do it. I try to trick myself.
I do that
Trickery.
all the time.
You try to outsmart yourself.
So that's what
But
I'm
you got to
doing.
be careful because sometimes you'll drive yourself crazy.
Okay.
Trying to figure it.
that's
There's a
why-
fine line.
There is a fine line.
Pros, cons. That imaginary line that I talked
But
about was so common.
that's why I make sure that I take myself to such a joyous place
Absolutely.
that it
You-
really can't trick me.
Mhm.
We get into
I'm the man in the box.
yeah,
As
so we get into
Allison
like
Cheese.
intrusive thoughts, Tim, thoughts that won't leave our head, right?
Hard to
I
escape.
can think about
Very.
mom, right? So I can think
Very.
about mom on Christmas morning, and it doesn't stop the intrusive thought from coming back. So I can only think about Christmas morning for a little while. It only works for a little bit.
Absolutely.
So we need to do the work to make sure
figure-
we are protecting our mental well-being.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
well,
course.
how do you do that? Do you walk away? You're able to distance yourself from someone that triggers you, or
Depending on the situation.
oh, Tim,
I didn't even touch it.
That was my elbow.
That's the ghost. I told you there's a ghost. See, spirits.
The studio.
Don't play with the dark side, man.
The studio.
I give them to my black magic, man, and escape.
Sorry, we're having some technical.
We ain't gonna go into black magic.
Well, we can, but another day.
Nah, that's a different episode.
That's a whole different.
And days are episodes in your life.
Well.
And you gotta look at every day of your life as an episode. The episode of my life. Day fucking I don't even know. Where's the calculator? How old am I? I'm gonna see how many days and hours I was on this planet.
Right behind you is a whole Bubby works behind you. It's kind of funny. Like the whole thing happens back there. We need to get the studio corrected. Maybe.
No, that was cool though. You see that you know why that happened for a reason.
Sure did. Give us a little break in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Tim,
how many
siblings do you have? Move that mic a little.
How many siblings do you have? I have 2.
Brothers,
and I have 3 grandchildren.
Ah, that's awesome.
And I told my daughter yesterday on the phone, I said, listen, I'm telling you something now. Because when my grandson was born, I want to let her know the family history of what runs in our family. And I said to Mike, because I told her the same story that when Lester was on the phone, you and I had 2 birds, 1 stone story.
Right.
Just to get that cousin thing out. I said mental health runs in our family, Autumn.
And
you're part of my bloodline.
Right. Yeah.
Look out. My mom's going through Alzheimer's, I could tell, because my grandmother had it, and it's engraved. I could say a little bit.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I'm no fortune teller, but you know,
this sounds really selfish, man. I don't want to live that long. I don't want to be a burden on my family.
I don't want to be a burden either.
Like, that's brutal.
In my eyes, I've been
pray
here.
For your mom, man.
In my eyes, I've already been here too long. I was already gone and should have been gone.
Yeah, well, you had a near-death experience. You were dead 2 or 3 times.
At least.
We'll get into that, Tim. Tim, I want to talk about your near-death experience, but I want to do it right. So this is really our first recording with Tim. We want to kind of tease Tim. Yeah. Tim is a wealth of stories and knowledge. Tim has led a very interesting life.
Say the least.
To say the least. So we're going to get to know Tim on the channel.
All right, cool.
We are.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with that.
I'm a wide open book, man. I wear my heart on my sleeve, man.
We do. We both do that. We both do that.
And if anything that I say helps someone that is going through what you and I have went through, which is very scary.
That's why we're here, Tim. If you think about it,
the whole reason we do this
channel is to help ourselves, but in turn help people.
It's an outlet.
It is an outlet.
This is our outlet, and hopefully it helps people.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Every day is a learning day, Kevin. Do I say it all the time? Every day is a learning day.
So, I wanted to touch on something, Tim. I had some notes for you. I can't find. Tim's coughing his head off. So Tim does that a lot.
I'll be done after this next one.
He's fine.
Just one more. Right. Just one more.
So I'm a collector of hats.
Addiction.
I figure I want to try and run a new hat for everyone for a little bit. Then that way I'll be able to count how many hats I have. If I include baseball caps and trucker caps, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot. So, hold on. Tim's almost done. So, I'm sorry. I got a little bit of the fleas going on. I got an itch.
You don't even have a dog.
I know, I don't
have
a dog.
Buddy.
I want to talk real quick, Tim, about people's expectations of us. Family members, friends, and how living up to other people's expectations really affects us mentally. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is a good topic, Kevin.
It is.
Very good topic.
I think,
Can you give me 10 seconds I had to think about it?
Well, what do you
And
mean
get
by
done
10 seconds ahead? Yeah. I'll put you off camera while you blow
10
your nose.
seconds. 10 seconds. Don't. It sounds fast. It's a lot of time.
It
You
is
can
a
come
lot
up
of
with a
time.
lot of things in 10 seconds.
Right, you can save yourself too from saying something.
From saying
you
some
really
stupid thing
don't
you'll
wanna
regret.
say, and you
You
can
can
never
never. You know how
take
it works.
it back.
That I came up with that one.
I
That's
know
my own invention, Kevin.
That's it.
I should patent that motherfucker.
Yeah, sure.
I'm broke.
Make some cash.
Make some money on that motherfucker.
Make
10
some
seconds
cash
ahead.
on
All right,
that
t-shirt.
shit. 10 seconds ahead.
I'll
So,
put out. Yeah, let's make some. We're
Let's write a
making it
book.
now. Hey, 10 seconds ahead. Buy
Let's
it.
write a
Coming
book.
soon. Patent number 1-857-932-47. I'm making things up. I just had to
He's
talk.
being Tim. He needs to
Me
talk.
being me, man.
All right, so what did we say we're
And
going
what
to talk
were
about?
though? What were we talking? Oh, about
What did we just bring up?
hold on. Let me go 10 seconds behind. Rewind the tape.
Rewind the tape.
Oh, and I gotta push. You gotta push my nose to rewind the tape. You're the king, man.
You're the
Yeah, this is killer, man. I love it, dude.
We were talking about
We
people's
were talking
expectations.
about
People's expectations.
absolute. I was. Are we on the same page here? Same
We are.
wavelength?
That's
Okay, well
always
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So, people's expectations. I always felt that I never lived up to my mom's expectations of me until I met Bubby. When I met Bubby, life changed for me that way. I felt
Yeah,
I
children,
fulfilled something right
family.
from my mom, grandkids. Right.
But without Bubba, you won't be you either.
It's true.
You still are a perfect couple.
Well, she's got a sign on her desk. You know what a perfect couple is?
Can I go read it or can I take a guess?
You can take a guess.
Perfect couple is, well, it's got to be something short,
It
and
is.
it has something that the woman will win the argument.
No, unbelievably.
No, unbelievably not.
So look, it
It's
says,
not derogatory.
Oh hell no!
Oh,
It's a
Let me hear
perfect marriage
Okay.
is just two imperfect people refusing to give up on each other.
And making one
That's it.
unit.
That's it. A perfect
That's all
marriage
you are
is
is a
two
unit.
people that
You
are
got a social
crazy.
security number. That's all you are is a unit.
Yeah, and
That's all
we're
I am.
in it.
I'm a tool.
Yeah,
That's all I am here.
you're a tool bag. You're a tool bag. So
I love
you
it.
kill me.
Say
You
I
kill
can
me.
take it though.
So
man.
so here's what we're gonna try and do. Moving
Yeah, I was going
forward,
to push
Tim.
the computer. What do you mean?
We're
no?
gonna try and stay on topic now. Today we
Okay.
did it. You know, and that's fine. You know what
Okay.
I mean? The interesting part is us being us. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I want to.
In honesty, it's
I
about
want to.
guidance.
Exactly.
It is kind of a
So
guidance
I'm
thing.
gonna write a little note here
It's
for
hard.
us.
To
so,
overcome mental. I'm surprised I made it out. To be honest, Kevin,
Yeah.
I am very surprised to hear my voice. I was Bobby Brady going through puberty.
Right. That's true. All right. So listen, we're gonna wrap this up.
Right, because I need to smoke anyway.
Exactly.
See?
Hey, listen, we're not
Yeah,
professionals.
Kevin scratches me where I itch.
That's right. All right. Hold on one second.
Yes,
Tim.
sir.
911 988. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt anyone. Call someone. Get some help.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Reach out.
absolutely. Don't be scared to go check yourself in.
That's right. We're going to talk about crisis, Tim.
I've checked myself into-
But here's what I want to tell you. We're not ever going to be
No, wait a
cured.
minute.
We're not ever going to be cured. But we don't
No.
have to suffer. We don't have to suffer every day.
Oh, I know
You know?
the way I say it. Don't take it the wrong way. Don't take it religiously.
Nah, go fuck
Religious.
yourself. Yeah, Tim's saying what he's got to say. And it's just
Satan
the
will
way-
rear its ugly head again. Because I know.
All right, don't tap your hand on that desk. I'm sorry, Bubby's sleeping 8 feet
Oh,
behind
my
you. I'm sorry.
No,
to tell you that.
I was counting.
We did great.
Yes. I just know that it'll appear again. And I don't want it
love
to
you.
happen.
Hey, in a non-HR reportable way, I love you, family.